Hello, I'm English teacher Kebab coming to you from beautiful Southern California on this March day in 2024. Where are you watching from? What date is it where you are? It's March 10th, 2024 here. I can probably see you, so don't try to hide. I'm here. Uh, I want to bring to you another video about the letter A. And we're going to go through it, take a deep dive into the letter A, how how it's pronounced, and a few other things as well. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, here, share the screen. And here we go. I didn't really mean to do that, excuse me. So, what sounds does the letter A make? A guide for beginning ESL students. As I said, I'm English teacher Kebab. I am an ESL teacher. I teach beginning level ESL at an adult school here in California. And this video is for you if you're an ESL student. So let's get started. So what are we going to do today? Well, I just did my introduction. I hope that suffices. I want you to know who I am. I hope that you can use Google Translate to uh, translate from whatever language you is your first language into English. If not, I don't really know, but that's what I like to do with my students is translate for them and teach them to translate so that they can understand what I'm saying. Because I only speak English. There's a whole lot of other languages out there, but I'm a good English teacher. So we're going to talk about how to nail the basics, the short and the long A sounds. We're going to talk about some irregularities and exceptions. When A goes rogue, then there are those words that are way outside the norm. And the power of A as a word, A is also a word, and mastering articles in English. And then we're going to go to the conclusion. Okay, so let's get started. So let's move my picture out of the way here. So nail the basics, short and long A sounds. All vowels in English make at least two sounds, a long and a short sound. The long sound is the vowel. The long sound is the vowel, in this case, A, saying its own name. Examples are able, table, ace, pace, race, face, cake, make, and angel. So the vowel says its own name, A. So you hear the letter A in those words. The short sound is a little different. Excuse me. For instance, it says ah. The sound is ah, as in ant and rant and can and ban and sand and tan and ran. Attack. There's got two of them in there in that word. And acclimate. A general rule about all vowels, including A, is that when a word ends with the letter E, the vowel makes the long sound and says its own name. However, there are exceptions. Like always, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Next slide here. So then there's the irregularities. Like so many words in English, there are many exceptions. For example, wash, water, father. It's not wash or wash, it's wash, not water or waiter. It's water, and not father or father, it's father. The letter A also changes the way it's pronounced when paired with certain letters. When paired with the letter R after it, A makes the sound of the consonant R in words like bar, car, star and start, arrive and art. When paired with Y after it, A makes the sound of its own name in words like bay, day, play, ray, and stay. There are more variations. When paired with the letter H after it, A makes a sound that is neither long or short, as in ah, as in rah and blah. It's not A, it's not ah, it's ah. When paired with the letter I after it, A usually, and notice I said usually, not always, there's almost nothing in English that's always. Usually is the best we can do. A usually says its own name. Examples are rain, aim, braid, and paid. Again, please note I said usually. When paired with the letter U after it, A usually, again, makes the sound of a short O. Examples, auto, caught, taught. And again, please note, I said usually. And paired with the letter H after it, actually, I just did that one. What am I thinking? Let's go to the next one. Then there are those words that are way outside the norm. Sometimes there's just no explanation. You just have to learn them as you go. Examples are aunt. Although this word, it depends on who you're talking to or who you're listening to and where you are, at least in the United States. I don't say aunt, I say aunt. Most Americans that I know say aunt, even though some people will say aunt, right? Then there's the word said and says. They're variations of the word say, S-A-Y. It says say, but now it's said and says. Don't ask me why. I don't know the answer to that. How about this one? Laugh, not laugh. Although some accents, it sounds like they're saying laugh, but it looks like it should say log, but it's laugh. Ha 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 ha. And draft, which is like a certain kind of a drink. When it comes out of the tap, it's called a draft. So, and then there's my favorite, oops, excuse me, the really strange one, gauge. G-A-U-G-E. Why it's pronounced gauge, I'll never know. It looks like it should say gauge to me, but it's gauge. So the bottom line is English is a crazy language. Learn the rules first. The rest, well, you'll have to learn as you go. So what have we learned? The difference between the long A and the short A. There are many variations for pronunciation. The different sounds A makes paired, not compared, but paired with certain letters. There is no explanation for why some words are pronounced the way they are. English is just a crazy language. So that's really all I can tell you. Now, I forgot to mention A, the word, there's a word A, which means one, like a word, a computer, a lesson. A lot of times we don't say A, we say or a lesson, a computer, a book, a student, or a book. They're both acceptable, and it really just depends on who you're listening to. So I'm sorry I didn't include that earlier, but I wanted to mention that. It's a very common word in the English language. So I sincerely hope this video has helped you understand the letter A. And that's all for now. So you can read the full version that corresponds to this video, and there are many other helpful lessons and articles, especially for ESL students like you. So here's the URL to this article, which is https://englishteacherkebab.com/what-sounds-does-the-letter-a I think I said that, make dash a dash guide dash for dash beginning dash ESL dash students. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up to show you like this video. I hope you liked it. Leave comments and questions in the comments section below. I will promptly reply. I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I hope you have a good rest of your day, wherever you are, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Bye-bye.